Hello, everybody, and welcome to WXOU on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. We are here in the OU Credit Union Arena for the matchup against the Oakland University women's basketball team against Robert Morris University Colonials. It is Maryanne Sanford here on your play-by-play with Gavin Smilowski on color, switching things up today. Gavin, what can you tell us about the game today?
I mean, just to start, this Oakland women's team has struggled. They're coming off of a 5-game losing streak originally, but they took the last game, their last win against Purdue-Fort Wayne, broke that streak, and now they're back here on the blacktop. You got a team that's 9-18 overall, 6-11 in their conference. They're 9th in the Horizon League. Have not been playing super well this year. Robert Morris is a little bit tougher. They're sitting at 17-10, 10-8 in conference, and they're 6th in the Horizon League. You got two pretty different teams here. RMU, they tend to be a little bit slower on the offense. They rank 8th in offense and 4th in team field goal percentage, but their defense is really where things show. They're 4th in defense overall and 2nd in opponent field goal and three-point percentage. They're also 1st in free throw percentage, and they're number 1 in team rebounds. So you have a team that's a bit larger and a bit stronger than the OU Golden Grizzlies. It's going to be a bit of a taller task, but Oakland, they bring what they can to the table. You got Mackenzie Leering has been a phenomenal player this year. Freshman coming onto this campus and has really taken the reins for this offense. She's been a bit of an engine. She averages 14 points per game, which is good for 6th in the Horizon League. 3.2 assists, which is good for 4th, along with a steal and a half. So she really does what she needs to on the offensive end. And for defense, this team's anchored through the center. I mean, they got two very strong post players, Serenity Roberts-Adams and Liana Baxter, both listed as centers that play for this OU team. And today in particular, they're going to need it against the height of Robert Morris.
We got Serenity Roberts-Adams going up for the... Oh.
And we're going to get a jump ball to start the game immediately. Missed tip, not typically something you'd expect. Serenity Roberts-Adams is not necessarily someone who gets the start too often. This is probably more something that we're expecting just to deal with the size. Robert Morris, they bring in a couple of bigger forwards. Kuntz is one of them on the team. Aislinn Malcolm has been one of their top scorers so far this season. Fantastic point guard for RMU.
And Robert Morris will take it up to the top. We've got number 20 to 34. 7, 2. All right, now we got it down to Oakland University. Philippa Gula with the ball. Up to Mackenzie Lurig. Over to Liana Baxter. She's going to look for someone open. Over to Philippa Gula at the Belfour logo. Philippa takes the shot, and she scores.
What a shot. High up off the glass with the shot clock coming down. That's going to open up scoring for Oakland. Scores 2-2 with 8:50 here in the first period.
Lee will take it at the top. Over to Livingston. Over to Malcolm. Back down to Coons. Coons will take a shot and miss. Mackenzie Lurig will take it back down the floor. Mackenzie Lurig will take the shot and miss. Lee will get the rebound. Lee's looking for an opening. Takes it down to Coons. Back to Lee. Back to Coons. And Coons and Roberts will fight for it.
That's going to tie up for a jump ball. That's kind of what we were expecting, having Serenity start today. She brings a very strong presence down in the post. And comboing that with Liana Baxter, I mean, that's two of the best interior defenders that you see, especially on this Oakland team, but also in the Horizon League.
Gold will take it down the floor for the Grizzlies. Over to Gula. Down to Luring. Over to Roberts. And Serenity Roberts-Adams will make another shot.
A tough feed from Leering. Not only does she, like we said, she's the engine of this team on offense. A fantastic score, but she can dish out assists too. That's very difficult to see with that kind of vision.
Coons will take it over to Lee. Back over to Livingston. Lee has it. Back over to Malcolm. And then Leering will take a steal. She's going to go down the court, look for an opening. Over to Gula. Slowing down the pace here, getting it together to set something up. Gula will pass it over to Gold. Gold will take a shot at the three-point and miss. Livingston will take it down the court for the Colonials. She's going to go down for the layup and miss.
They're going to give that a foul. They're going to hit Roberts-Adams with that one. You know, again, a great interior defender, but you got to be careful. This Robert Morris team tends to attack down low quite a bit. They're not the best three-point shooting team in the league, but they do make up for it for their interior play. And of course, as we mentioned, they're #1 in the Horizon League in free throw percentage. So I'd expect that they're going to try to get to the line quite a bit tonight.
Livingston will make her first shot. See if she can make her second to tie up the game here at 7 minutes. And she will miss that second shot. Gula will take it down the court for the Grizzlies. Over to Gold. Down to Roberts-Adams. Over to Liana Baxter, and Liana Baxter will make a quick layup.
A nice center-to-center feed. Adams, she's drawing that double team every time she goes down low, and it opens up space for Baxter to have a back cut down the baseline. Gets a couple of easy open layups, takes the score 6-3 now with 6:25 to go in the first quarter.
Livingston will look for someone opening. Over to Lee. Lee will take a shot at the three-point line, and it will bounce right out. Terror will get the rebound. Malcolm will take a three-point shot and make it to tie up the game.
And that play set up by Coons. I mean, it helps, fights for the high screen to set up the play, offensive rebound by Troy, and then she pops it back out for an easy three. Robert Morris ties it back up.
Leering taking it in for a layup, and she will do an and one.
Tough bucket. I mean, undersized Leering is. Not only is she coming in as one of the younger players on the court, but just a little bit shorter in stature, but is able to push through. It's something we see. It's similar with Brody Robinson on the men's team. He uses his leverage to his advantage, being lower to the ground, a little bit quicker movements, and is able to get up with tougher shots.
Mackenzie Leering will take one shot for the Grizzlies. And she will make that shot. She will come in and intercept a pass from Lee down to Terror. But she will go out of bounds, so we'll go back to RMU.
Leering, again, we mentioned the steal numbers as well. Already has won this game, almost gets another one taken away. She, you know, shows her ability to play defense as well as offense, and it's when you have someone that can do so much, it's nice to have on the team.
Leering back down the court for the Grizzlies. Going in quick. She's going to pass it over to Gula. Gula will take a shot. Miss.
That's
Livingston over to Roar. Going to be out of bounds. It'll be the Golden Grizzlies ball.
That tough interior defense showing themselves once again. Having Coons down low, paired up with Livingston, it's tough to get shots. I mean, that one was kind of forced up by Gula. But Oakland kind of catching a break as the ball's mishandled out of bounds, and it'll reset up top.
Leering will take it at the top. Block pass, fighting for the ball. Leering will take the ball, pass it to Gula. Gula down to Gold. Gold will look for an opening, and it'll be blocked by Terror.
Shot clock violation. Just too much ball moving around and not enough control for the OU offense. I mean, once they finally gained possession and really started the play, there's only a couple of seconds left on the shot clock. Gold wasn't able to get anything up.
Lee taking it down the floor for Robert Morris. Over to Malcolm. Back to Livingston. Back to Malcolm. Malcolm will take a shot and make it. Gula will take it back down the court for the Grizzlies. Over to Leering. Back to Gula. Over to Baxter. Over to Luring. She'll look to see if she can get an opening. Luring's going to drive it. She's going to miss, and Robert Morris will get the rebound. Lead down the court for Robert Morris. She'll drive and do a backwards layup and make it to take the lead for Robert Morris.
That's a very difficult shot, especially a little bit shorter, you know, down there with the trees. Good defense by OU, but not enough to stop the layup.
Gula will take it at the top for the Grizzlies. She's going to pass it over to Dupree-Bear, over to Baxter, back to Gula. Gula will look for an opening. She's going to drive, pass it over to Dupree-Bear. She will take a shot and miss.
And Dupree-Bear, a good player off the bench, but she does struggle from the three-point line.
Absolutely, yeah. That'll take us into a media timeout. Score is currently 9-10. Oakland trailing just by 1. We will be right back after this break. Welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. Golden Grizzlies currently trailing down by 1. Robert Morris will take it out of bounds and bring it down the court. Lee bringing it down the court for Robert Morris.
It's not a bad start for OU. Robert Morris is definitely considered a bit of a better team on the defensive end. 9 points is not really what you'd expect after, you know, with 3:30 going, but we'll see where it goes from here.
Malcolm will drive it over to Terror. She will take a shot and miss. Coons will get the rebound, and she will go down.
I mean, again, they're also the #1 rebounding team, so OU needs to box out a little bit better. It's mostly for Robert Morris. It tends to be on the defensive end. They're a good defensive rebounding team. That's the reason that they lead the league in rebounds. Oakland is just, you know, it's not quite as much their forte. They're averaging about 36 rebounds per game, while allowing about 35 per game. So they do a good job out-rebounding the other team, mostly due to height. It's nice having Serenity Roberts-Adams and Liana Baxter out there. Gold tends to get in there as well and get some boards.
Coons will make her first shot to make it a 2-point game. She will make the second one. Taking the score to 9-12, 3:21 left to go in the quarter. Liana Baxter will pass it into Luring to take it down the court. Luring will pass it over to Baxter. Baxter to Gold. Baxter over to Dupree-Hebert. Jazzy over to Liana. Baxter will pass it to Luring. Luring will take a shot and make it right before the shot clock violation.
I mean, last second attempt just throws it up. The offense is really not developing anything. It's just been this movement back and forth. The guards are rejecting screens, and it's making it tough for OU to get anything started.
Absolutely. Lee will take a shot and miss. Luring will take it down the court, pass it to nobody in the corner. It'll be Robert Morris's ball.
Yeah, I mean, not really on target. I wouldn't even say that I know who it was going to, but that pass will cause another turnover for OU.
Lee will bring it down the court for RMU. Lee over to Terror. Terror taking it down. Terror over to Lee again. Back to Terror. Terror will take a shot and make it for that 3-point, taking it to 11-15. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Terror, she's one of the better scorers on this team. Averages 12. It's 15th in the Horizon League. And that's already going to be her. It'll be her first points of the night. She's got 3.
Gold will take the ball for the Grizzlies. Over to Gula. Gula to Dupree-Hebert. She will take a shot and miss, roll right out of the basket. Robert Morris will take it back down the court.
Jazzy continuing to struggle from 3.
RMU will take a shot and miss.
And that one's definitely going to be called on the floor, on the box out. Looks like Gold caught him on the way down. That's going to be the 4th team foul for OU as Malcolm pops right back up. Quick substitution, Leering will return to the floor for OU, taking out Jazzy, and Terror does take a turn on the bench as Livingston comes back in.
RMU will take a shot and make it for the layup. Baxter will pass it to Luring. Luring will drive it, pass it over to Gula. Robert Morris will take it. Over to Gold.
And OU just not taking care of the ball. I'm not sure what the call was. I think it was an off-ball personal foul on. I'm not sure. They didn't really give anything. But OU will take the ball out in front of the RMU bench.
Gula will pass it into Luring. Luring back to Gula. Gula will look for someone open. She'll pass it over to Roberts. Gold will take a shot and miss right into the backboard. RMU will take it down for miss on the layup. Gula will get that rebound.
And continuing the turnovers, I mean, off the board, it was a good defensive play by Leering in transition. So OU's transition defense settles back in with Robert Morris. The deflection causes a go the other way, but unfortunately, it'll be a double dribble on Gula. That's going to be the 3rd turnover already for OU. They are not off to the greatest start handling the ball. We're going to get a quick substitution for OU.
RMU will take it at the baseline. Gavin has it at the top. Over to Fields. Back to Lee. Mackenzie Learn will take the steal and drive it down the floor. She will go in for the layup and miss. Gula will get the rebound. Back up to the top. Gula to Baxter. Baxter will take the three-point shot. Miss once again. RMU will get the rebound and take it back down the court to slow it down here in the final seconds of the first quarter.
I mean, I'm not sure if this is the OU men's team or women's team because they're both off to an awful start from three.
RMU will fight to get a shot up.
They're going to foul that late. 2 seconds to go on the quarter clock. And we're going to get free throws. Great offense down low for Fields. Creates some space. And again, as yesterday, it was the same situation, Maryanne, and I'm sure you were watching as well. OU's both teams just struggling to get anything to fall from three. 0-6 already today in this first period for Oakland's three-point shooting. 2 for 7 from RMU. Keep in mind, RMU does have the second best three-point defense percentage in the Horizon League. Airball's a layup. I'm sorry, airball's a free throw.
Not something you see a lot in college basketball.
I mean, check that form. I'm not sure if the form's going to help. But back up to the line. She'll look for her first points of the game.
She will hit the rim, and it'll still not go in.
Yeah, that one's on. Must be the draft that's in here. Both free throws missed. Someone's got to turn the fans off. 1.3 left in this quarter. Oakland struggling, down 17 to 11. Not a great start for OU, down 6 at the end of the first quarter.
We're listening to WXOU on YouTube. We'll be back for the second quarter. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. Oakland currently trailing 11-17 going into the second period.
Yeah, not necessarily the ideal start you'd expect from OU. Down early. It's been a lot of perimeter shooting so far from Robert Morris. Livingston's got 5. She's leading them in scoring. As for OU, it's not obvious already. We usually know that Leering tends to lead the team in points, but she's also leading in rebounds and assists currently, 5, 3, and 1. She's also got 2 steals as well of OU's 3. She averages 1.3 steals per game, so she's already leading that. Coming out of the quarter break, we're going to have Jazzy Dupré-Hébert will come back in along with Trotter, Layla Gold, Leering, and Gula. As for RMU, we'll see Fields, Troy, Lee, Livingston, and Gavin.
Gavin will take it at the top for RMU. Over to Livingston. Livingston will drive it. Gula will take the steal. Down to Leering. Looking to set something up here for the Grizzlies. Gula will take it back over to Leering. Over to Dupré-Hébert. Back to Leering. Leering will go in for the layup and make the shot.
That was a good play. Trotter set the high screen just inside of the three-point line, and it gave Leering a little bit of space, and she's quick enough where she can utilize that, get the easy jump shot off the glass.
And that'll be matched by a three-pointer shot from Lee to take the score 13-20, 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
She'll have 5 now. She's been in this entire game as well, along with Livingston. Both have been real impacts. They've got 10 of RMU's 20.
Gula will take it over Dupré-Hébert. Dupré-Hébert will take a three-point shot and match RMU's three-pointer.
We've been waiting for Jazzy to knock something down. She's struggled in a lot of these games from 3. It's her first one tonight. That'll make her 1 for 3 from three-point line, and it'll be her first 3 points of the game.
Lee over to Livingston. Back over to Gavin. Gavin will take a three-point shot and miss. RMU will get the rebound. Gavin going back in. See a foul called.
It's going to be another offensive rebound for RMU. Troy gets to that one, and it's just keeping plays alive. One of the better rebounding teams in the Horizon League, and they're really showing it today. Out hustling OU at every point down the stretch.
RMU will take it to the baseline. Over to Fields. Leering will take the steal, take it down the court. Over to Jazzy. Jazzy will go in for the layup and miss. RMU with the rebound once again. Lee will take it down the court. Over to Terroir. Terroir down to Malcolm. Over to Livingston. Livingston will take the shot and miss. Leering down the court. Over to Gula. Gula back to Leering. Leering will take a three-point shot and will bounce right back off. And RMU with the rebound. We have Lee coming down the court.
That one wasn't even close. Both teams are pushing their offense to stop each other from settling into that half-court defense. It's been a real struggle for both of them to score once teams are getting set into that defense.
Terroir will fight for the ball. It'll be a jump ball.
Great play by Layla Gold to read the drive, takes it right out of the hands of Robert Morris, forces the jump ball, and it'll be OU basketball.
Gold will pass it into Gula at the baseline.
Trotter will take a seat as well for OU, returning Roberts Adams down low.
Gula will take it down the floor for the Grizzlies. Over to Leering. Over to Gold. Back to Gula. Into Roberts Adams. She will take a shot and miss. RMU will bring it back down the floor.
That's a tough post up. I mean, that's her play down low. Adams getting a little bit of space, but you can't miss that shot. It's a puppy right at the rim.
Malcolm will take it over to Livingston. Livingston will take a shot. She will take it and bounce right back out. Gula will get the rebound and take it down the floor. Look for an opening. She'll pass it to Gold. Gold is going to drive. She's going to be called on a travel, and RMU will get the ball again.
Good baseline defense by RMU, beating her to the spot, forcing her to stumble a little bit. Another turnover on OU's end. That's going to be 4.
Checking in for the Colonials.
Malcolm will pass it in and bring it down the floor. Down to Terroir, over to Jones Tynes. Tynes will keep it at the top for the RMU. Back to Malcolm. Over to Livingston, down to Gavin. Gold will take a steal, bring it down the floor for the Grizzlies.
Livingston is just playing a little too aggressive, I think. Had a few early buckets, got her on the board. She had 5, but now she's had a couple of missed shots right at the rim.
Layla Gold will take it down for a layup. RMU bringing it back down the floor. Luring playing heavy defense right now. Malcolm looking for an opening. Over to Jones Tynes. Down to Terroir. Terroir will take a 3-point shot and make it. Taking the score 18-23, 5:40 left to go in the quarter.
Heavily contested 3 knocked down again. RMU not really too shy about letting them go from downtown. And it was a good defensive possession for Oakland. They forced what I would consider a tougher shot, but just taking advantage of their powerful offense.
Duprier at the top, over to Luring. Luring will take a 3-point shot and miss. Roberts Adams will get the rebound. She will go in for a layup and miss. RMU will take it back down the floor.
Bit of a lackluster shot. Had the space, that's why Adams is down there, but just doesn't get her feet set. It's not a great selection there down low.
Jones Tynes will lose the ball. Terroir will get it back for RMU. Jones Tynes taking it down the floor.
That one's going to be called on OU. Tynes Jones using that speed to get a little bit of space. And it'll be free throws on the way for Robert Morris.
That'll take us into a timeout. Score 18-23. Oakland trailing with 4:50 left to go in the second quarter, coming into halftime. Looking to set something up here in these final minutes of the half. Hello and welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. OU currently trailing with 4:50 left to go in the second period. RMU will take shots.
Genuinely been a bit of an uneventful, you know, second quarter. Both teams slowing up offensively. And, I mean, Oakland, it looks like they're starting to bring themselves back into the game, but the real issue that we've seen today has been security for OU. There's been a few turnovers that probably haven't been necessary, easy traveling violations, and unfortunately just bad shots at the rim that you're not going to get. And they're going to call Trotter on the moving screen there. On the handoff attempt, she shifted with the receiver and causes movement, which causes that offensive violation. It's going to allow Robert Morris to go down the other way. Once again, another turnover for OU.
Jones-Tynes will bring it down the court for RMU. Pass it over to Malcolm. Malcolm will pass it to Livingston. Terror will take it. Back over to Livingston. Down to Jones-Tynes. Back to Malcolm. Malcolm will take a shot. She will miss. Trotter with the rebound. Over to Gula. Gula will bring it down the floor. Looking to set something up here for the Grizzlies. Luring taking it down. She will take a shot and it'll be rebounded by RMU. RMU will bring it back down. Look to set something up. Jones-Tynes taking that three-point shot again. She will miss. Dupree Hebert with the rebound. Over to Gula.
Yeah, mishandled the pass on the perimeter, and Jones-Tynes, and that's kind of what causes. Once you get out of your rhythm, trying to shoot, it's very difficult to reset yourself. OU, a bit of a break there. They're going to call another timeout and give us a bit of a break.
Oakland currently down 18-24, 3:50 left to go before halftime. You are listening to WXOU on YouTube. We will be back after the break. Welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. We will see Gold passing it in at the sideline. OU looking to set something up here to hopefully tie up the game or take the lead before we go into halftime. Gula will bring it down the floor.
Baxter returns for OU, giving Trotter a bit of a break. Trotter's been great off the bench today. Typically doesn't get a lot of minutes, but because OU is playing both of their centers down low, it opens that spot for her to be the third person off the bench.
Baxter will try and pass it to Gold. RMU will intercept that pass, bring it down the court to Roar. Over to Livingston. Livingston will take a shot. Nothing but net for RMU.
Livingston needed that one. I mean, knocked down the first 5 points of the game for RMU, and it looked like it was going to be her night. Slowed up. The last couple of shots have not been great. Knocks another one down and extends that lead for the Colonials.
Gula will take it in. Looking for an opening. Back down to Baxter. Over to Dupree Hebert. Over to Luring. Dupree Hebert with the shot. She will miss to avoid the shot clock violation.
Another forced shot at the end of the shot clock. Again, Robert Morris is settling into that half-court defense, and Oakland is not able to get anything going. You see all of that movement along the three-point line, but nothing is coming out of it.
Livingston with the shot. She will make it.
Yeah, Livingston settling back in. That's going to be 9 points now for her, off of the bit of a slow streak, and she's starting to show back up for RMU.
Luring with the ball. She will take a three-point shot. She will miss. Starting to see maybe we shouldn't be taking those three-point shots and trying to get a little bit closer to the net for the Golden Grizzlies. RMU will bring it back down the court.
Yeah, 1 for 11 right now. They're shooting single-digit percentage from three. I mean, not what you'd expect at all from these guys.
Coons will miss her layup. Go out of bounds.
OU will take over, getting a bit lucky on that possession that it was dropped by RMU. Returning will be Fields for the Colonials. It'll give Coons a bit of a break.
We'll see Trotter back on the floor. Gold will take a seat.
Back on the blacktop. Number 32, Karina Trotter.
Luring will bring it down for the Grizzlies. Luring over to Trotter. Trotter to Gula. Fighting hard against this RMU defense. Gula over to Dupree-Bear. Looking to set something up. Dupree-Bear will miss her shot, once again being forced into a last-second shot before the shot clock runs out.
I mean, good creation with such little opportunity. Jazzy will go to the line for some free throws. OU now down by 10, so the double-digit lead for the Colonials with, you know, a minute 33 going into half is not necessarily the position you want to be in if you're the Golden Grizzlies.
We will see Gold come back in for the Grizzlies. Baxter will take a seat.
And OU currently on a 4.5-minute scoring drought, so anything to kind of get something going. They're 0 of their last 5 field goals, while RMU has jumped on this 8-0 run over the last 4 minutes.
Dupree-Bear will make her first shot. Looking to make her second to make it an 8-point game. She will miss. RMU will get the rebound.
And Jazzy needed those. I mean, a bit of a confidence booster would be nice. She's 1 for 5 so far from the field. That'll make her 1 for 2 from the line. She's got 4 points tonight for Oakland.
Lee bringing it down for RMU. Looking for an opening over to Livingston. Livingston will take the shot. Nothing but net again.
I have no idea why they're leaving Livingston open up top like that. Was really taking advantage of the poor interior defense from OU. And now it's like they've pushed her out to that free throw line, and there's just no thought to play defense beyond there.
Trotter will take a shot, bounce out. RMU once again with the rebound. Lee will bring it down the court. Looking to set something up quick here. Down to Livingston. Livingston back out to Lee. Lee will take the 3-point shot. It'll bounce right back out.
And getting definitely a bit of a weaker call. They're going to call an offensive foul on the rebound attempt. I think they're going to give it to Fields. And then it'll return the ball back to Oakland. No free throws quite yet. That'll be the 3rd team foul for Robert Morris, as Coons returns to the floor, and that's going to give us a bit of a timeout. We're going to stay with you during this quick timeout. 40 seconds before halftime, just the 32nd. And so far, I mean, it's been a bit of a lackluster game, to be honest. I mean, Maryanne, it's been poor shooting from OU's end. They're 1 for 11 from the 3-point line. I mean, even RMU is not shooting that great. 4 for 12 is not ideal. But when your opposite team is not playing that well, you could deal with 4 for 12. From the free throw line, RMU's getting to the line, but they're shooting 4 for 8 right now from the free throw line. 67% for Oakland, who's 2 for 3. And the field goal percentage is not much different. You got 39% from RMU, 31% from Oakland, and that difference has just simply been 3-point shooting. RMU's getting open, and also a lot of these shots have been pretty much uncontested. Livingston's already up to 11 points. She's got double digits in the first half. She's played all of the time here, 19 minutes right now for the Colonials. She's been the real difference maker on the offensive end. Defensively, it's been smothering down low for OU. They have not been able to get their bigs activated. You got, Roberts Adams and Liana Baxter have not really been getting much on the offensive end. They are playing tough defensively, and they're grabbing boards. But someone's going to have to step up. Learing's got 7. She's typically someone who's leading the team anyways in points. But OU's going to really need, if they're going to play like this and everyone's going to kind of show this all right showing of offense, it's going to have to be Learing that steps up for a really big game, or someone else is going to have to step up with her.
Absolutely. You look across the board, you've got, Dupree-Bear with 4, Luring with 7. Then you come over to Robert Morris. You've got Livingston currently sitting at 11 points, Lee with 5, Terror with 6, Malcolm with 5. I mean, it's been really difficult for the Golden Grizzlies to get shots up, while RMU is just finding those openings and taking them. I
mean, all of the higher scorers for Oakland have not been on efficient numbers by any means. I mean, Bear's got 4 from 1 for 5 from the field, and Learing has got 7, but she's 3 for 10.
Gula will take a three-point shot and make it, taking up to 22-30, 24 seconds left to go before the half.
That should be a big confidence booster, especially just before going into the locker room. It gets you in a bit of a better mindset.
Lee looking to run out the clock here before we come into halftime. She'll take it in.
And it's going to slip out of her hands. Bounces out of bounds. Oakland retaining possession.
Gold at the baseline, pass it into Luring. Gula with the ball. RMU will intercept that pass. Taror will take the shot and miss.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like a free safety just sitting back there. That's an easy pickoff for RMU just before the half. It kind of takes away that maybe slight momentum that Oakland was looking to build on.
Golden Grizzlies currently trailing 22-30 coming into the second half. We'll see what they can cook up in the locker room for halftime. Thank you are listening to WXOU on YouTube. We will be back after halftime. Hello and welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. Golden Grizzlies currently trailing 22-30 coming into the second half. Looking to get up here pretty quickly to start getting a lead and closing up this gap that Robert Morris has been able to gain on them. The Golden Grizzlies really struggled in that first half to get past RMU's defense, and then they just weren't playing defense on the right players for RMU.
Yeah, RMU hunted mismatches pretty much the entire time. That was one of the reasons they were able to score so easily down low, pulling centers like Serenity Roberts-Adams and Leanna Baxter out of position. And it doesn't help when that interior defense of RMU has been so strong today. You can usually rely on at least a decent three-point shooting percentage, but not today. They're 2 for 12 right now from the three-point line. So Oakland, they got to work on fighting for mismatches, knocking down shots from three, and a little bit more ball security would help as well.
Lee will take the ball to start off for this first little bit of the second half. Down to Livingston. Livingston back to Lee. Over to Malcolm. Malcolm back down to Livingston. Livingston will take a drive into the net, and she will take a shot and score. Gula coming down the court for the Grizzlies.
It's been all Eva Livingston today. I mean, she's got 13 now. Really started the scoring right at the beginning of the game. Took a bit of a, stretch where she wasn't doing much, but just before the half ended, she started to light back up again.
Gold will take the ball. She'll drive it in, going for that layup, and she will miss. She will get her own rebound, fighting to get something against this RMU defense.
And getting pinned under the basket, that's going to force OU to call a timeout to keep possession.
Oakland looking to set something up here, try and get something going. Score currently 22-32. Golden Grizzlies trailing down by 10. 9:11 left to go in the third quarter. You're listening to WXOU on YouTube, and we will be back after the break. Welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. Gula will take it at the baseline for the Golden Grizzlies as they trail down by 10 with 9 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
I mean, early, just out of halftime, it's that smothering interior defense from Robert Morris that showed up. It forced an early timeout that needed to be called by Oakland. That's going to bring them down to 2 more 30-second ones if need be.
Baxter will go in for a shot and make it. She will close up this gap as RMU brings it back down the floor. Golden Grizzlies look to play some heavy defense. Malcolm with the ball. Down to Livingston. Livingston with the shot. She will make it, matching the Golden Grizzlies shot. Golden Grizzlies just can't seem to get ahead here. Every time they make a shot, RMU turns around And they make another one too.
It's been Livingston as well for most of the game. She's all the way up to 15 now with this much, you have pretty much the entire second half to go.
Luring will take it for the Grizzlies. She will go in for the layup, and she will make it. Amazing play there by Mackenzie Luring.
If OU wants a chance to get back into this game, it's going to have to be a spark coming from Mackenzie Luring. I mean, that's the only person who can really put her head down and get easy buckets for the Grizzlies.
And once again, Coons will match Luring's shot with another layup. Golden Grizzlies still trailing, down by 10.
Yeah, I mean, you also got to play defense if you want to come back as well. It doesn't really matter how much Luring is putting in if RMU is taking advantage of that weak Oakland defense.
Luring with that three-point shot. Lee will bring it down the court for RMU.
That'll put Luring up into double digits now. Second player of the game, her and Livingston. Luring's got 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. So a great performance so far today from Mackenzie Luring.
Lee with the ball down to Livingston. Luring will bring it back down the court for the Grizzlies.
And they're going to get the jump ball on the way to the rim. Luring trying to do it all herself. I get the confidence is up, but, taking off into the crowd of RMU defenders is not necessarily what I would have done. Gold is going to check out, bringing in Jazzy Dupré-Hebert. Hebert has been one of the other few people to get some baskets going her way this game.
Baxter with the ball at the three-point shot. Over to Gula. Gula looking to set something up. Looking for an opening. She's going to pass it over to Baxter. Baxter to Luring. Luring with the three-pointer. And once again, nothing but net for Mackenzie Luring.
Good setup by OU's offense. It started with Gold tossing it along the baseline down into the corner, flipped up top to Luring, and the open three goes down.
Lee will bring it down the court for Robert Morris once again. Over to Terror. That'll be Coons with the three-point shot, and she will miss. Mackenzie Luring back down the floor, over to Baxter, to Gula. Gula back to Luring. Luring over to Baxter with a quick move, and Baxter will make that layup, taking it to 34-36, 6:23 left to go in this third quarter. OU definitely starting to gain some momentum here and getting that confidence back that they kind of lost there in that first half.
And that was a great read on that play by Luring. Understands that she's knocked down her last few shots, so she's able to use her gravity, draw a few defenders, and a great backdoor cut by Baxter. Opened up through the good vision from Luring, tacking on another assist for her, and 2 more for Baxter's total. She's up to 6.
That'll take us into a timeout. You are listening to WXOU on YouTube. Golden Grizzlies trailing down by 2 with 6:19 left to go in the third period, and we will be back after the break. Welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. We will see Lee at the top for the Robert Morris Colonials. Over to Gavin. Gavin down to Terror. Terror will take a shot, and she will miss. Roberts-Adams with the rebound over to Luring. Looking to slow it down and set something up here for the Grizzlies to hopefully tie up the game, if not take the lead.
That was a good defensive possession by OU. They forced a really tough shot from Robert Morris, not something I would have wanted to settle with.
Gula will take a shot. She will miss, get the rebound.
They're going to call an offensive foul. This one will go on Serenity Roberts-Adams. Serenity Roberts-Adams is definitely one of the bigger and stronger players on this team. So when she goes in for box out, it has the occasion to knock someone a little bit smaller over. She didn't think that that one was offensive. I'm not sure if it was either, but it's going to draw the whistle from the ref, and it'll give Robert Morris the next possession.
Lee will bring it down the court. Over to Terror. Terror down to Livingston. Livingston over to Coons. Back to Lee. Lee taking it back to the three-point shot line. Down to Coons. Back to Livingston. Coons will go in, and she will make that layup. Gula will bring it down the court. All the way across the Luring. Over to Roberts-Adams. Quick pass, almost lost there by Gula. Gula will take a shot and will bounce right back out. Over to Luring. Luring will make the three-point shot. Taking to 37-38. Golden Grizzlies down by one. 4:45 left to go in the third quarter as Lee brings it down for RMU.
It's going to be 18 points now for Luring. She's 3 for 7. She's leading the team in three. She's got 3 three-pointers. The rest of the team only has 2, playing awesome from outside.
Lee will take a three-point shot, rebounded by Luring. Luring bringing it down. She will take another three-point shot and nothing but net. Oh my gosh. Phenomenal game here from Mackenzie Luring. That'll take it to 21 points. And that'll bring the Golden Grizzlies up 40-38, 4:12 left to go in this third quarter. Down on the other side of the court, it's Terror. Over to Lee. Lee bringing it down, looking to set it up for the RMU. Back to Terror. Terror hoping to get something going here for RMU. She'll take it down for a layup, and she will miss. Great defense there by Jazzy Dupree-Abair.
Yeah, I think she got her hand on that one. That was a nice little block from just coming off ball, and a great defensive possession coming off of another made 3. I mean, that's Luring. That's all confidence at that point. I mean, nearly from the Grizzly logo.
Luring bringing it down for the Golden Grizzlies.
They say there's no way they're not going to get her with an offensive foul there. A bit of a push off from Luring, and then caught in the crossfire. Gula comes through. And it'll be another turnover. That's now 7 for Oakland to Robert Morris's 8. I mean, a massive 14-2 run right now OU's on. They've made 7 of their last 9. At the same time, they've been holding RMU to very poor shooting percentage. They've missed 6 of their last 7. And now leading the field goal percentage, OU 43%, still 67% from the free throw line.
Fields will bring it down. Over to Livingston.
Yeah, another tough shot by Eve Livingston. She's got 17. I mean, it's pretty much just been Luring and Livingston going one-on-one with each other for points. I mean, it's a great offensive showing out of both of them.
Ling will bring it down over to Roberts-Adams. Roberts-Adams will miss that open layup. She'll get the rebound and make it the second time, giving Oakland that 2-point lead with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We'll see Malcolm bringing it down the court for RMU.
Yeah, I can't think that Luring's too happy about that. It was a very easy assist attempt, and just missing the shot right at the rim, Serenity Roberts-Adams, but she is able to get the putback.
RMU will be called on traveling. We'll see Baxter at the baseline passing it in to Luring to bring it down the floor for the Grizzlies. Hoping to take this momentum that they've gained here in the third quarter and just take it and go and get a pretty big lead going into the fourth quarter. Luring setting it up. Over to Duprier-Bear. Over to Trotter. Trotter back to Luring. Back to Trotter. Down to Gold. Back to Duprier-Bear. Jazzy will drive. Look to pass it off. Down to Gold at the three-point line, and she will miss her shot. RMU will get the rebound.
Not the greatest shot there from OU. It's, at the moment, Luring is really running everything, but if it's not her that's getting the shot, Oakland is struggling to create any sort of offense outside of the one-on-one.
Luring will take the rebound and bring it back down the court. Luring almost losing the ball there. Passing it over to Duprier-Bear, over to Gold. Gold will drive, going for the layup, and she will be blocked by Gavin. Jones-Tynes bringing it down for RMU. Back down to Gavin. Over to Jones-Tynes. RMU looking to get something. Over to Coons. Coons will take her shot. It'll bounce right out. Livingston with the rebound, and Livingston once again making her shot.
It seemed like it could have been a travel on that play. I mean, the OU coaching staff was not too happy either. But a nice little shot there again from Livingston. Extends her total out to 17, and it ties the game back up.
Luring will be at the top for the Golden Grizzlies. She'll pass it off to Gold. Gold struggling to handle the ball.
That one's going to be a foul on the floor. I think they're going to call that one on Coons. It was the push off. Down low, Trotter was trying to get some position for a post up, and the only way to get her out of the post was to give it a bit of a push, and it was seen by the referee. So Oakland kind of taking advantage of that small foul there. It'll be the first team foul for Robert Morris in this quarter.
Luring with the ball. Over to Trotter. Trotter over to Duprier-Bear. Over to Gold. Gold will drive it again. Over to Luring. Luring with another three-point and nothing but net. I mean, she is on fire from that three-point line here in the third quarter. I mean, absolutely phenomenal game from the freshman. That'll take her to 24 points for the game, bringing the Golden Grizzlies up by 3 points, 45-42, 30 seconds left to go in this quarter as RMU looks to get something in that net. Over to Jones-Tynes. Jones-Tynes will drive, throw the ball in the air. Baxter will get the rebound. Over to Luring, bringing it down the court. Over to Gold. Gold will drive. And a layup there for the Golden Grizzlies. Great quick turnover there for the Golden Grizzlies. Gavin will bring it down the court for RMU. Gavin with the three-point shot, and she will make that to bring the RMU to 45. Golden Grizzlies ahead by 2 going into the fourth quarter as they hope to get a lot more shots up as they gained a ton of momentum coming out of that halftime in this third quarter. You are listening to WXOU on YouTube, and we will be back after the break. RMU will take the ball coming out of this timeout. Terroir with the ball over to Gavin. Gavin will take the shot and make it. She will tie up the game at 47. Luring will bring it down for the Grizzlies.
OU had a great third quarter. They outscored RMU by 10. A couple of very long, you had a 14-0 run at one point, and it takes them all the way back to get this game all tied up.
Luring with the ball, looking to get something going here against this RMU defense. Over to Gula. Gula will take the shot. She will make it, giving the Golden Grizzlies the lead once again. Jones-Tynes will bring it down for RMU.
Oakland, they take advantage just at the end of that third quarter, and now they're matching them bucket for bucket, keeping that lead at just 2.
Coons with the ball. Over to Gavin. Gavin will take the shot. She will miss. Roberts-Adams will get the rebound. Over to Gula. Gula will bring it down. Looking to slow it down and get something going.
Adams will be up to 5 boards now. She's really been playing well on her roll down low. Her and Baxter have been kind of switching back and forth now from that center to that taller forward position.
And Luring will take another shot. She will take the Golden Grizzlies to 51-47, 8:25 left to go in the fourth quarter.
I mean, this box score is kind of outrageous to look at. You've got 4 points from Gold, 4 from Roberts-Adams, 7 from Gula, 6 from Baxter, and 26 points from Leering. It has been all Mackenzie Leering in this game.
And again, she's a freshman, so I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal, and it's going to take some work to make sure that there aren't other D1 teams trying to take her from this team that has a lot of potential with her on it.
I mean, yeah, it's, of course, the transfer portal has completely changed how we view college sports, and especially for, you know, these smaller mid-major schools like OU. If you have someone who jumps out to this fantastic start beginning at a program like this, you're going to have bigger schools just all over it trying to get, you know, a transfer. They have NIL, which is always something that can be offered to get people to move. So it's tough for teams like Oakland, who have typically in the past, both the men's and the women's, built winning teams off of developing talent. I mean, the only reason that the OU men's team was able to go and win in March Madness a couple years ago was because they had people that were on the team for a couple of years. They worked in Campy's system. And it's the same deal here with the women's team. You got a new coach in town, and you want to start developing talent, and what a great way to start with someone like Mackenzie Leering. It just depends on if she can stay or not.
Livingston will make her 2 free throw shots, and Gula will bring it down the floor for the Grizzlies. Over to Leering. Leering to Baxter. Baxter back to Leering, looking to set something up. Leering will drive in for the layup, and there will be a foul called on RMU.
2 free throws on the way. I mean, as soon as that screen came from Serenity Roberts-Adams, you knew that Leering was going to take it to the rim. Quick jab step, gets the defender out of position, gets caught on the screen, finds a little space on the way down, and as the defender, your 2 options are to A, just let her score, or B, try to contest and get that foul.
Leering will make her first free throw. And she will make the second. Lee will bring it down the court.
This is going to extend the lead out to 4, 53-49, with 7:40 to go here in this final quarter. OU playing some great offense down the stretch.
Livingston over to Coons. Coons over to Malcolm. Back to Jones-Tynes. Jones-Tynes, she will go in for the layup and miss. Great defense there by Philippa Gula.
It's tough for a defender to not, you know, want to go up and try to block that shot, but Gula, along with Adams, staying solid on the ground, just waiting, letting the defender jump into them. I mean, it was a very out-of-control shot from RMU. I mean, it wasn't expected to go in, so don't foul them and bail them out and let them have free throws. Good poise from the Oakland defense.
Baxter with the ball for the Grizzlies. Over to Gula. Gula looking for an open person. She'll pass it over to Luring. Luring will drive again. Over to Roberts-Adams, and she will make that layup. great assist there by Luring to give up the ball, seeing that RMU defense and then seeing that Roberts-Adams was open.
I mean, that's unbelievable vision. I mean, this is not the first time she's done that in this game. She's using her gravity. It's drawing defenders to her and getting that, you know, pass off ball. You got the backdoor cuts or the trailing screen most of the time is what you see. It's been unbelievable tonight, and it's gonna rack up another assist. She's got 5 assists, 8 boards, and 28 points to go along with 2 steals tonight.
She will take the Golden Grizzlies to a 6-point lead, 55-49, 6:34 left to go in the game. Gula will bring it down the court for the Grizzlies. Over to Baxter, Baxter to Luring, Luring to Gold, Gold will drive. She will take up with the shot and miss. Coons with the rebound, and she will pass it over to Livingston. Over to Malcolm. Malcolm to Livingston. Livingston will take the shot, and she will make it. Nothing but net.
Yeah, Livingston playing the mini magician today. I mean, I don't think she's hit any threes so far tonight. She hasn't even taken a 3 tonight. That has been an afterthought. Other than the 2 points earlier in the post to begin the game, she's hit everything from the mid-range, and she's finding her shots. A little bit of, you know, a jab step to find some distance, and it's working for her.
Gula will match Livingston's shot, taking the Golden Grizzlies 57-51, 5:30 left to go. Livingston with the ball. Over to Lee. Lee to Thoreau. Thoreau will take the shot and miss. Baxter with the rebound. Over to Luring. Luring seconding it up. Over to Baxter. Baxter up to Gula at the top.
This team really using Adams with these screens right here.
Gula will take the shot. She will make it, taking the Golden Grizzlies 59-51, 4:50 left to go.
I mean, the confidence for OU's offense in Serenity Roberts-Adams to get up there and set those screens. They just ran the same two plays there. The first one was with Luring. It didn't work. They reset back up top, and it's another one, the exact same play. You got a screen high up top, just on the top of the three-point line. You cut past shoulder to shoulder, and you see that roll from Adams going the other direction, and that allows you to have 2 different opportunities. You can either go up with the layup, or you can dump off a pass, and it's very difficult to make that decision as a defender. And so far, it's been more of that mid-range game from Gula's end, whereas for Luring, it's been that dump-off pass that's been getting assists. So you got to recognize who's the one that's playing, who's the ball handler, and what could be the possibilities on that drive.
Golden Grizzlies currently up by 8, 59-51, 4:43 left to go in the game as we come into a timeout. You are listening to WXOU on YouTube, and we will be back after the break. Hello and welcome back to WXOU on YouTube. Golden Grizzlies currently up by a 4:43 left to go in this fourth quarter as the Golden Grizzlies gain a lot of momentum in that third quarter and is absolutely carried into this fourth quarter. Leering will take the ball down for the Golden Grizzlies.
It's been all Mackenzie Leering, but her ability to score has kind of forced Robert Morris's defense to focus a lot more of the pressure on her, and it's leaving others open for Oakland's offense. Right there, for example, I mean, a great play there by Gula. You have Leering cutting after the pass, and they're focusing so much on tracking her that Gula's able to leak out into the corner and get a wide open three.
Terroir with the ball for RMU. Over to Malcolm. Malcolm will take the three-point shot, and she will make it. Gula will bring it back down for the Golden Grizzlies. Over to Leering. Slowing it down to set it up.
And I'd have to expect that they're going to run one of these high screens, maybe with Trotter once again, or just launch it from half court. Yeah, not necessarily the shot selection I would have chosen. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's got 28, so, feel free. But I feel like OU, yes, the lead is stretching out. They're up by 8 now. But, take your time in the possession. It's not necessary to get something up so early.
Absolutely could have taken the time to set something up there, but Lee will bring it down for RMU. Over to Terroir. Terroir down to Malcolm. Malcolm will come around. Quick layup there, and it'll go in. Leering once again bringing it down for the Golden Grizzlies. Hopefully not to launch it again. She's going to take her time, set it up. Baxter with that screen. Leering down to Gold. Gold will lose the ball, but it'll stay with Oakland.
Good call from the ref off the ball, because I don't think underneath the basket it was seen. Comes off the leg of the defender. And a good play there by Leering. Had Baxter on that roll, but it was a tough, not forcing passes either. Tries to go with Gold just beyond the three-point line.
Trotter will take the pass. Over to Leering. Leering will set it up. Coming in hot with that layup, and she will miss. Oakland fighting for that rebound. Gold will take it. She will pass it over to Gula. Gula looking for something here as the shot clock winds down, and she will take her shot. RMU will get the rebound. Livingston with the ball coming down the court. She will pass it over to Lee. Lee will take a three-point shot. It'll bounce right back out, but Coons will get the rebound and come in with a layup for RMU. Taking RMU to 58, as they trail behind Oakland with 62, 2:39 left to go in the game, as RMU is starting to find a little bit of momentum after OU was able to gain so much in that third quarter. I mean, again, Leering with 28 points. Gula is finally now in double digits for the Golden Grizzlies with 14. Then you come on over to RMU, and you've got 3 players in the double digits. Livingston with 21, Coons with 10, and Malcolm with 10. I mean, you're definitely seeing a lot across the board for RMU, and it's been all Leering on Oakland's side.
Yeah, RMU, they're taking advantage of the rebounding game. They're not out-rebounding in total. They're not out-rebounding Oakland, but in the offensive rebounds they are, and this has allowed for a lot of second-chance points. You saw one right there with Coons. I mean, a great read off the miss, is able to put it back up. And as for OU's end, I mean, Gula is taking advantage of Leering right now. I mean, Leering has been phenomenal on the offensive end, and it's taking too much of the attention away for Robert Morris. So you have these moments where she can kind of leak out and, take the shots, or even when she's, handling the ball, using the screens, doing the exact same thing that Leering's doing, but there's so much less focus that's set on her.
Gold will bring it down over to Gula. Gula back down to Gold. She will turn, take a shot, and she will make it for the Golden Grizzlies. Difficult shot there from Layla Gold. Lee bringing it down for RMU. Lee over to Malcolm. Back to Lee. Over to Terroir. Back to Lee. Lee will pass it to Malcolm. All the way down to Coons. And Coons will try and go for a layup. She will miss, get the rebound, and miss again.
I think they're going to call a foul maybe on Roberts Adams.
Number 4, Serenity
Yes,
Roberts
I mean, down low, it's great defensive poise there for the first couple of movements, but, you know, Kuhn's just way too quick. She was able to get her up with one of those pump fakes and draw the foul on the way down. That's also going to be the 4th personal foul now on Adams, who's been, you know, monumental on both the defensive end and with that post defense, and of course on offense as well. A lot of these plays that have been working on these pick and rolls, it's been her that's being the screen setter. Not to mention, when she rolls to the rim, she knows which directions to take. But Baxter's also kind of been settling in that position as well. And even with, you know, both of them on the floor, it allows for someone to roll with whoever's looking to pass it, and it allows someone to make one of those backdoor cuts, which is something we've seen consistently. You've got Leering's up to 5 assists already. Oakland's got 13 assists on the game to RMU's 8, and I think that's also made a huge difference. Oakland is not worried about, you know, it being one person that's really scoring. They're managing to move the ball around and create a lot of offense, especially here in the second half.
Coons will make her first shot. And the second one rolls right out. Trotter will get the rebound. Leering with the ball. Gula helping Leering set something up there. Leering will pass it down to Gold. Gold will fight for a ball.
Jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Possession belongs.
It should be OU basketball.
Golden Grizzlies.
And of course, Jason Beers letting everyone know it'll be OU basketball. That was a good read by the Colonials defense. They tried to run one of those backdoor dump-off cuts, and they were able to follow it all the way through and nearly catch it in stride.
Leering with the ball again. Leering over to Gula. Gula back to Leering. Leering will take a 3-point shot. And again, I mean, she is hitting it off from that 3-point line here tonight. That'll take the Golden Grizzlies up to 67-59. 1:17 left to go in the game.
The Robert Morris, coaching staff just genuinely tweaking on that last play. Thought it was a travel to start the possession by Leering, and it ends up in a Leering 3 on the way down the court, letting the referees know that they think they missed one there.
Gold will take it on the sideline, on the baseline for the Golden Grizzlies. As RMU frantically looks to hopefully get some more points up here in this last minute. Gula will bring it down the court. Slowing it down to run this clock out.
1 minute remaining, fourth quarter, 1 minute.
Gula with the 3-point, and it'll bounce out. RMU with the rebound.
They're going to call an offensive foul. This one's going to go on Trotter. She was double-teamed down low in the post on that rebound attempt, but bumps one of the RMU defenders, and it'll be a quick timeout called.
Timeout, Robert Morris. It's a 30-second timeout.
Score is 67-59. You got the 8-point lead now for OU. 51 seconds to go. It is RMU basketball, so a 3 here can bring them a little bit closer, but that'll take it to 5. They're gonna need a couple of things to go their way if they're gonna wanna end up on the right side of this game.
Absolutely, Golden Grizzlies are absolutely, there's no way RMU comes back here in a minute, but in the scenario they do, the Grizzlies cannot let up on that defense. And then when they come over to the offense, they're absolutely going to be looking to slow it down so they can run out the clock as much as possible so that RMU isn't able to get it on their offense. And we will come back from that timeout.
Yeah, best thing OU can do right now, gotta force them to use as much clock as they can. You do not want a quick shot.
It'll be Coons with the ball. Over to Lee. Lee over to Malcolm. Malcolm will pass it across.
And they're going to call the foul on the 3-point attempt. That probably would have been, might have been worst case scenario, to be honest. It was just kind of a heaved up 3 that wasn't much, about 6 seconds into the shot clock. And it's going to be 3 free throws on the way This is going to be from Malcolm. She's got 10 points tonight, playing very well, but this will be her first trip to the line.
Oakland bench not happy about that call.
I mean, I guess it could have been. Maybe she got her hand, but it was pretty heavily contested. Maybe a bit of a makeup call, and they're actually going to go to the monitor for this one to review it.
We'll see what the refs say on this one. Again, just looking across at who's been doing what here in the game tonight. On Robert Morris's side, you have Malcolm with 10 points, Taror with 6, Lee with 5, Livingston with 21, Coons with 11. And then, I mean, you come over to Oakland and Mackenzie Luring, 31 points. Again, she's a freshman. So it's not very often that you see a freshman play as much as she does, let alone score as much as she does. And, you know, once again, as we've talked about, really hopeful that she decides to stay with the Golden Grizzlies at the end of this season and not enter the transfer portal where she can absolutely be offered more at another school. But, I mean, we'll see what she does. I mean, she's such a phenomenal accessory to this team. And then Gula, she's had 14 points, the only other double-digit scorer for the Golden Grizzlies. And then you've got Gold with 6 and Baxter with 6.
I mean, yeah, Leering, the catalyst to this offense, not only tonight, but throughout the whole season. I mean, enough for, you know, just her presence in this arena. I mean, we had kids crying. Shirley was at the, you know, the fantastic play that we've seen from Leering. It's just this aura about it. It's been fantastic today, and it has been all season.
Absolutely. I mean, I absolutely, if I was 4 years old, I would be crying about how phenomenally beautiful she's playing here tonight. I mean, it's just, it's insane. I mean, we went into that halftime trailing, and she's just really popped off, and it's just so inspirational and monumental to see her pop off like that in that third quarter. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's more than one kid crying at how beautiful she plays. It's so amazing. And the way that she's able to give up those assists when RMU is playing that defense, it's just...
Genuinely, couldn't have said it better myself. I mean it's been the third quarter for her. She had 17 points in just the third quarter alone of her total tonight. So, I mean, it was that quarter in particular that was allowing them to take over down the stretch of that, or at the beginning of that second half. Out of the locker room, something must have been said.
Absolutely.
And finally, the decision has been, you know, made, which might as well not even been talked about because we're shooting free throws anyways. So
Malcolm
3
will
free throws
take
on
a
the way.
shot, and it low genuinely pops out of the net. She will miss that first shot.
Yeah, bailout shot there for OU. This is the first trip to the line today for Malcolm. So this is, I mean, if you want someone at the line shooting, this is definitely the person you're looking for.
Malcolm will make that second shot. She will go up for her third.
A lot of noise. Maybe if we had like a little more noise. I mean, the crowd here is great, but maybe Grizz was down there punching the ground. He was making a real difference yesterday, to be honest, in the men's game.
I mean, Grizz, such a great distraction. I mean, he's so handsome. So, I mean, if I was shooting at that free throw line and I saw Grizz, I just wouldn't be able to contain myself. He's just such a figure to look at, for sure. I mean, I'm very happy to have him as the face of Oakland University. And, I mean, we'll have Golden Grizzlies currently still at 67 points. Robert Morris at 61, 44 seconds left to go in the final little bit of this game. I mean, surely RMU cannot make 2 3-point shots is what they would have to do.
Without possession as well. So,
yeah.
I mean, it looks like they're going to have to either foul immediately, which will obviously devastate all of the, you know, children between the ages of 6 and 14.
Oh, absolutely.
And also 22 and 19, to be
yeah,
honest.
I mean, honestly,
with the score of 67. But
yeah, it's, I mean, 2 67s on the board would just be so beautiful. Gold will take it on the sideline. Into Baxter. Back to Gold. We'll see something called. Not sure what.
I think they're going to get the quick foul on Baxter. I mean, that's an ideal person to foul, to be honest, if you're you know, looking to get them into the bonus. But unfortunately, Robert Morris only has 1 team foul so far. So if they're going to want to get to the bonus, they're going to have to start doing this quickly. They need 3 more in the next certain amount of time to even allow for free throws to happen.
Gold will be at the sideline. Into Baxter. And we will be called on a foul once again.
Colonial's foul number 7, Maryanne Sanford.
They're going to have to do this 2 more times, actually. We're still not there.
It's
Honestly,
okay.
maybe you
third
could just,
time's the charm.
Yeah,
Third time's the charm.
You could just tell
We
the
got
ref,
this.
hey, we're gonna foul for the next, you
Yeah.
know, 3 seconds. Can we take a couple off the clock and maybe just jump
Yeah.
up to 5? Because even if they don't want to send them to the line right away, which would probably be the thought. I mean, you're 2 possessions, down by 6. You need 2 3-pointers. Sending them to the line would possibly allow it to be extended to 3 possessions. You may just want to play some defense and see if you can force a turnover. That's going to bring the total team fouls for Robert Morris this quarter up to 4. So if they want to send him to the line, now is going to have to be the time on this final foul.
And Gold, 4th time on the sideline. We'll see if they can finally get something going here for the Grizzlies. She'll pass it into Gula. And what do you guess?
Who would have known,
A foul!
right? Yeah.
I would have never, I mean, shoot. Who would have saw that coming, you know what I'm saying?
Generational play there.
Absolutely.
If you like to watch just fouls over and over, you can watch, the Oklahoma City Thunder. This game, apparently, the Knicks like to do that as well. But we're here. 4 straight fouls, and we got free throws now with still 41 seconds on the board.
And Gula will make that first shot. Nothing but net, taking it up to 68, saying goodbye to 67. Finally, Robert Morris still at 61.
Yeah, genuinely probably for the best, to be honest.
Gula going up for her 2nd shot. And once again, nothing but net. Lee coming down the court. Gula with...
Tips it out of bounds. That's a great read by Gula to try to get that inbound steal. I mean, this lead has now been extended to 8. So Robert Morris, I mean, they're going to have to get a 3-pointer off almost immediately if they want any chance of getting back into it.
Terror at the sideline, looking to pass it in. She will take it over to Livingston. Livingston back to Terror. Terror taking it down the court. She will miss that layup. Baxter with the rebound.
I mean, nah, but do we have to foul? I mean, come on. They got that lead, 8 points. We're sending OU to the line again. I mean, I guess it's happened before, but Robert Morris trying to dig their way back into this. But, I mean, we're getting close to the Horizon League tournament as well. That's starting up in about 2 weeks. As of right now, RMU is 6th in the Horizon League, OU in 9th. So obviously Oakland wants to try to get in a better position to have a bit of an easier matchup, heading into that tournament.
Baxter will make that first free throw. She'll make the 2nd one as well, taking the Golden Grizzlies to 71, giving them a 10-point lead on RMU. Malcolm will bring it down the court, over to Lee. Back over to Malcolm. Malcolm struggling against Luring's defense. She'll take that 3-point shot, and it'll bounce right out. Baxter with the rebound once again. Luring bringing it down the court. To run out the clock as the Golden Grizzlies will walk away today with a win, 71-61. On senior night of all nights, this has got to be absolutely phenomenal for these seniors. Lots of pride coming from the Golden Grizzlies. You are listening to WXOU on YouTube. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Gavin and Harj coming back for the men's game at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Make sure you tune in on WXOU on YouTube. See you tomorrow.